a man can do that by father to son, but the genetic code is only by the female. The male must be marked, which is usually by the last name, in order to be remembered. Yet the female is designated. The matrix of the female chromosome is all mapped out in math. She is matrix mother goddess. Her divinity is only compromised by male contact when they are exchanging fluid because she is in a perfect state or balance. By that is meant she uses her whole body and each part of her body, unlike males who have parts of his chest or mammary glands, while she does use hers. Thus she is complete. Now look at what is mathematically supreme mathematics, because it all comes down to number and or quantity, quantum, quad, quadrants, 4 parts. For example, it is clear that the female body is completed. Why is she the one who can hold the new being's body and give birth to a complete or incomplete baby? The female is complete at 720 degrees or 360 degrees times 2. So you have her XX chromosome. Y'all remember y'all math? Sure. So you have her telomeres, in which she has 8 of them. Each of them at 90 degrees. You have 360 here and 360 here equals 720. That's the female. And then you have the male with his XY, but she received his X from his woman. He has 360 on his X. But how many on the Y? Excuse me? 270. You know me, y'all brother.
Yeah, I was good.
I didn't know the answer myself.
Which equals 630. That's all right. It's got white chromosome.
And listen, if you got it, I got it. So we.
The male is to cling to the woman, to love her, to care for her, to protect her, and worship her genes. Their Bible tells them this in Genes of Isis, Genesis. Chapter 2, verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh. So it told man to join unto his woman and become one with her. This happens as you exchange bodily fluids. The word is physical, non-emotional, or become two as one, as husband and wife. It states the man is to become one flesh with her, not the other way around. Why? Because she is the goddess. Man came out of her flesh and blood, and once he submits to her, he becomes God. And she is the mother of God. Just like they teach about Mary and Jesus. You know, a lot of men have a hard time submitting to a woman. Or, as my hummus was saying earlier, that they don't like to acknowledge that they go to the female, you know, or to their woman or mother to ask questions or to seek guidance within her. You know, they see that, you know, as being less than or something shameful, when that's actually what you're supposed to do. You know, a true God does that because he recognizes the mother. And this is how we were originally until someone outside of our culture, a foreigner came in and taught us their ways, which was against our natural nature. We make sure that we drink water, we don't fast from everything. We drink water throughout the day, the mission body needs.
And you always fast on the day of your birthday.
You all set?
Yes.
I have two questions just to build off of what she said. Like you said, you don't fast from everything. Like for 3 days, that's all you drink is water. Like
You can fast when the sun goes down. I mean, you can break your fast when the sun goes down.
Okay, and then my second question is like, when we were talking about like how a female should carry herself, basically how she should dress. Like, I don't know, like sometimes when girls dress a certain way, but like a girl will wear like a crop top or something, but have like her belly showing. Like, is that like too much? Like, how do you know like when you're doing too much?
Well, first of all, we all are aware that if we wear a particular piece of clothing that's going to show our body, you already know in the time before you step out the house what type of attention you are going to attract.
Yes.
And if you don't want that type of attention, then don't wear it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we have to take that responsibility of knowing the world that we live in, you know, is one of a promiscuity or and not so respectful to females, pornographic mentality, etc. So when you step out there, before you step out there, you have to say, like, to yourself and know, like, okay, I'm wearing this very tight clothing, or I'm showing my cleavage, or I'm showing this or that. You know, you should already know. You know what I mean? Especially if you're old enough and you're an adult.
Yo.
Before you step out there, what type of
Women are mammals. Man is not a true mammal in that he has the same apparatus as the sister said earlier, but they do not work. So my charge today is to share with you some female deities, goddesses that stand out in Wu-Nuwaupu and stand out with me, and perhaps stand out with you that you may want to research and look up. So in ancient Egypt, there's one deity in particular that is said that all the females came from her. All the gods came from her. She is called Nit. When we do our chants to the 99 deities, she's number 40. And 40, the 0 is 4 for the mental plane. This deity, you sometimes see her name spelled like this, Neat. You'll see it spelled like this, Nit. Net. Also Net. And she is known as the weaver or the weaving deity. And I will share with you from a guidance from the master. We are allowed to read this to you, but you are not allowed to read it yourself unless you are a member of the ancient Egyptian order. But I can share this much with you, and I will. Neith, or Net. As a pre-dynastic deity, she is called the one and only one. The beginning, eternal, infinite, the creative ruling power of heaven, earth, and the underworld. On her head is the shuttle. And as you know, Aset, also great mother deity, wears the shuttle on her head, also called the throne, the seat, which carries the woof thread through the warp thread, or the spinning of the web of life. Neith is also represented with a bow, an arrow, as the deity of the chaste mother of speech, mother's milk. The bowl is the symbol, and as the sister stated earlier, the cow's milk is not for humans. We've been trained that way. And guess what this nutrient is very important for the growth of what particular organ? Anyway, what do you think it might be?
Oh, it's an organ?
Okay, you said that's right. Two brothers back there said the brain, and that is true. The brain has the most amount of phosphate of all organs, as it is the brain. And where is the throne? Where is the brain? It is the throne on Asa's head. So the symbolism, which we used to know, is very important and to the point here. And another very important system that stands out for all of this to work, you have to have power. You have to have energy. In China, they call it qi. In Tamaray, we call it sakhem. And the deity that represented power was not a male, not that males didn't have power, they do, was Sekhmet, or Sekhemtet, the hero. And her element was iron, as you can expect. And in the word female, F-E, that represents on the periodic chart, as pointed out by Atumre, Yanun, is the symbol for iron. Iron in the blood. Iron in the blood. So you see how all this ties together. This is the science of Wu-Nuwaupu. It's not guessing. It's not belief. They have a thing, a real push going on since Easter's coming. And they have this program coming on the news. And they've been showing these little vignettes, I call them. Do you believe?
And Easter?
Yeah, and they advertise it. Yes. Do you believe? On the train, on the bus. Do you believe? So they want us to believe in this spook deity that you can't see, feel, touch, smell, you know, but they're really pushing that. And it's time to know. And Wu-Nuwaupu ties it all together, and so to let us know that it's about science. It's about knowing. It's about spirituality, and in a high science spiritual called Wu-Nuwaupu, the science of sound right reasoning, using this mind that you were endowed with by our creators. Sekhmet, that has phosphorus in the blood for the brain. Sekhmet is a deity of war and is represented as a lioness or a woman with a lioness head. She is the daughter of Re and bore the title Nasert Flame, which is her link to her father Re, fire, sun. She was the watcher and guardian of the East. Her other title was the Lady of Bright Red Linen, which is the color of the earth in her homeland, as well as the color of blood, iron enriched, of her enemies. Even Satuk and Apophis bowed before her. She was something else. She is something else. What's that? Sekhemtet was a fiery aura surrounding her body. She is the bringer of plague and pestilence, as well as relief. She was a healer and ancient physician, called on her to assist them during surgery where blood, iron enriched, was released when the incisions were made on patient's body. The priests of Sekhmet were physicians. See how that was done? When they did surgery, they had the priest there. And the priests were calling on the different deities, different energies and deities of nature to help with this situation that we're working on right here. Because they were going to release some blood. Now you go into operating room, they got a sponge, sop it up, you know, cut you, and that's the end of it. So they take not that into consideration, that what's in your blood, what's surrounding your blood, what your blood attracts once it's released from inside of your body, the type of spiritual things that it attracts. That's why Wu-Nuwaupu is a spiritual science. It's not spooky science. The attributes the hearer have the relationship with iron. The physical ear, check this out, is shaped as a fetus. And it is during the gestational period of the fetus when iron is an essential mineral for certain proteins which stimulate chemical reactions as the child goes from energy to spark, to gas, to liquid, to solid, the 3 stages of gestation in the womb, inside of dark matter. The body. Iron is essential during this period for the formation of hemoglobin, red blood cell pigment, and myoglobin, muscle cell pigment. Iron is so abundant in your environment, thus it is called environment. The word iron is an environment. And just like the environment of the womb, of the fetus, of the child as it develops, also. That was sex. Excuse me 1 minute. Yeah, that H2O. Yeah, H2O. You need the moisture, Tef nut.
Tough nut. Need some of that tough nut.
Yeah, Tef nut.
Tough half the tat.
Yes, Tef nut. Okay. As I was saying before about the goddesses and how they are self-created and the creators of all that is living, they would often have rituals where an initiate would be going through a certain school with a certain deity and to receive a higher knowledge or understanding and really lead to an overstanding. So
to be compelled to have a full respect for the essence of Mother Guardian that permeates from the Nuwaupuan female. Goddesshood. Goddess is not just lip service. Goddesshood, it is not a hat that you put on and off as it is convenient, but it is a hat that you wear at all times once you put it on. Goddesshood is not playing dress up, but instead, if our character is lacking, it will take diligence, hard work, and honesty, not with us or the rest of the world, but honesty within ourselves. Our actions will then say that we have become goddess, and all who see our works will say, yes, that sister is a goddess. So we move on to the next area where we talk about the supremeness of the female and how to conduct herself. Now, I've taken from the different and many scrolls and books of Pasarak that Panabab Yadu has written, and I said, how can I deliver this to you? But of course, those who know me know that I love poetry. Yeah. And in one of the updates, Panabab Yadu said to know the music your body makes. So that's why I present this information somewhat like poetry, even though the words are not my own, but the words of Panabab Yadu. So it's a mixture from planet Earth as woman and the sacred feminine. She has blessed you all with birth, breath, and life. Mother of all living, in all that lives. She is the first, and she will be the last. She is the body in which houses the spirit, linked to the oversoul, who is the true sacred feminine, which is out of she comes he, out of woman comes man, out of female comes male, out of lady comes lad. For feminine is the secret of the number 9. 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, 9 births, 9 mind, 9 balls. The sacred feminine holds us all for 9 cycles of 3 circles in her body, holy temple, her womb, the sacred garden of triple darkness. For she is mathematics, the science of space and time in figures called numbers. 9 months mathematically born, making her a mathematician, supreme mathematics, mother, matter, true matriarch, mitochondrial DNA. Now there is more to being born a female. There is more to be called woman, lady, wife, daughter, sister, mother. She must act the part she plays in life as feminine. She must act the part she plays in life as a respected woman, lady, young lady, and a good girl, to uphold the nobility of the sacred feminine. She must be a real she, female in all ways. She must walk like a female, talk like a female, move like a female, act like a female. Now today, all you have to do is turn on the television and you'll find your Bad Girls Clubs, your Atlanta Housewives, your Love and Hip Hop, your Mob Wives, your Scandals. What else is out there? Empire. Empire. You watch the shows. I know you. And you'll see a bunch of melanated females arguing, fighting over men, money, and everything else, giving a false portrayal of what a woman should be or how to behave and conduct herself. They even have a word for it: ratchetness. Now my question to you, now why do you think it's a concentrated effort to focus on the black female to be downgraded to less than, abused, become a sexual object, a worker, not a thinker, a baby maker, or a slave? Can anyone just throw something out there for me? Why do you think they're trying to kill your goddess, the god in you? Very true. What else?
Control. I'm blessing because they hate us.
Because she is the highest. Because she is the highest. What else?
If she's already, if all others are lower,
Ego.
they have to take down.
They hate
All right,
me.
the highest.
Ego.
Ego.
If you kill God, it makes you feel more powerful. It's like a
That's
bully.
right.
Insecurity.
Now